Your AI art isn't created, it's mathematically destroyed and rebuilt. Most people think Stable Diffusion draws like an artist. It doesn't. It actually starts with pure visual noise, like TV static, and slowly removes that noise until an image appears. That process is called diffusion, and it's genuinely nothing like how a human creates anything. It all starts with your text prompt. A component called clip converts your words into a long string of numbers, embeddings, that represent the meaning and relationships between concepts. A dog wearing a crown becomes a mathematical fingerprint that captures both dogness and royalty at the same time. Then the noise removal begins, step by step. By default, Stable Diffusion runs around 20 to 50 denoising steps. Each step, a neural network called a UNet looks at the noisy image and asks, does this look closer to what the prompt described? It nudges the pixels slightly toward the answer every single time. But here's where it gets wild. There's a setting called CFG scale, classifier-free guidance, that controls how literally the AI follows your prompt. Set it too high, like above 15, and the image gets oversaturated and weird. Too low, and the AI basically ignores you. That sweet spot between 7 and 12 is where the magic lives. The entire image never exists fully until the very last step. You're not watching it draw, you're watching it guess, correct, over and over. It's like tuning a radio signal until the song becomes clear from the static. Here's a number that should stop you cold. The base Stable Diffusion model was trained on over 2 billion image-text pairs. That's where it learned what sunset feels like, what oil painting looks like, what photorealistic even means. Your prompt is just a key unlocking patterns burned into those billions of examples. The latent space is what makes this fast. Instead of working on a full-resolution image, which would be insane computationally, it works in a compressed mathematical space about 8 times smaller. A separate decoder called a VE translates that compressed data back into actual pixels at the end. That's why generation takes seconds, not hours. Every seed number you set is basically choosing your starting static. Change the seed, you get a completely different image from the same prompt. Same words, totally different result. That randomness isn't a bug. It's what gives Stable Diffusion its creative range. But here's something most tutorials skip. Negative prompts aren't just telling the AI what to avoid. They're actively steering the denoising process away from certain mathematical regions. Typing blurry, ugly, distorted doesn't warn the AI like a human warning. It literally pushes the generation in the opposite mathematical direction. LoRA models, those small add-on files people download, are just tiny patches of extra training bolted onto the main model. A 150 megabytes LoRA file can completely change an artistic style because it's compressed knowledge from hundreds of targeted training images. The base model stays intact. You're just whispering new instructions into its ear. Here's where it gets wild again. The model has no idea what it's making until it's done. It doesn't plan the composition, decide on lighting, or sketch an outline. Every single detail emerges from that guided noise removal, which means similar prompts can produce radically different structural choices, because there's no blueprint, ever. Running locally versus using an API isn't just a cost question. A 4 GB RAM GPU struggles with full-quality 768 by 768 images, while 8 GB handles it comfortably. Resolution dramatically increases VRAM demands because you're scaling the latent space, multiplying every calculation. This is why people spend more on their GPU than their entire desk setup. 3 things you absolutely need to remember. Text prompts become number embeddings that guide denoising. Your image is built from noise backwards through 20 to 50 mathematical correction steps, and settings like CFG scale and seed control everything from creativity to consistency. Have you ever generated 2 images from the exact same prompt and got completely different results? What was the weirdest one you got?